You're live.
I'm live. Just get a cup of water. Okay. Krisus, what's interesting enough is in some of the akdamas that I read, is that the main Maseches actually doesn't discuss so much Krisus as much as it discusses the Chatas. Chatas a Yachid, and Asham of a Yachid, the Karbanos that they have to bring, when they have to bring it. But in order to be Chayav a Chatas, some of the requirements, one of the requirements is that it has to be a lav that is daina, that if you do it bizadain, without a warning, without a azhara, you get kares. So therefore the Torah, the Gemara starts with, well, what are those 36 lavim, well, it's 34 lavim and 2 asayim, that you're chayav kares on.
I say 36, it's only 34.
The 36 that you're chayav kares on. 34 lavim, 2 asayim. Yeah.
Why are you saying that without us? What happens? He does get us.
Because with the Azara, you're going to be chayav different isurim, either skila or sreifa or chenek. There are different the rights that you're going to be chayav.
Always be
I think so. I don't know. No, that's what he's asking if they're all Mrs. Bezdin, all the 36. Yeah, I think so. I believe so.
There's no 18.
Okay. And two of them are asayim. Two of them are, what's this to say? Namely Bris Milah and Korban Pesach. That you can be chayav kares if you don't do them. Okay, says the Gemara on Daf Beis Amud Aleph. Here we go. Shloshim v'sheish Krisus b'Torah. There are 36 isurim. Again, 34 of them lavim, 2 of them asayim, that you will get kares on in the Torah. Let's look at the very first Rashi as the intro. Kol hanach Krisus b'mezid b'loy hasra. All these chiyuvei Krisus are when you do specific isurim in the Torah, b'mezid, on purpose, b'loy hasra, without any warning. Aval, but i'ika hasra, if there is hasra, yesh mehem b'chenek, yesh mehem b'skila, yesh mehem b'malkos, ub'shoygeg, and if you do them b'shoygeg, you're chayav chatas. Okay? V'hai dinakat v'ayri lemisne bereisha arayis de'eim u'de'eshes v'hadar pasik v'tani beini u'beini abal azachar v'ala behema v'amevia es ha-behema alea v'hadar matchil lemisne isha ubita v'lo ktani kulu b'hadar adadi b'kamaisa. Says Rashi the following thing. As we read through our Mishnah, we're going to see a very, very funny setup. We're going to have the first few that are Isurei Arayis, then it's going to stop in between with a few different Isurim, and then it's going to go back to Isurei Arayis. So ask Rashi, how come it doesn't just list all the Isurei Arayis together? Mishum de Kimla b'Sanhedrin de Kol Hani de Hanik Bereisha, all those that are written in the beginning in the Reisha, Eim ve'Ishasav ve'Kala ve'Bal Azachav ve'Al Behema dinayu b'Skila le'achi tananu Bereisha mishum de Chumras de Chamuras mishar Mrs. Bezdin. We learned in Sanhedrin that Skila is the most chamur. It was machlokes, but we saw that Skila is the most chamur Mrs. Bezdin. So the way the Mishnah decided to break it up is not based on putting all the Surya Arayas together, but rather the chiyuv, the chiyuv if you did them, the einish that you're going to get if you did them with azhara. And that's how we break it up like this. Okay? So with that Agdama, we begin. Shloshim v'shesh Krisus b'Torah. There are 36 Krisus in the Torah. Haba al ha'eim ve'al eishes av, or on your father's wife, ve'al hakala, your daughter-in-law, abal zchor, mishkav zachar, ve'al behema, ve'isha hamevia habehema alea, abal isha ubita, a woman and her daughter, ve'eshes ish, abal achoisai, his sister, ve'al achois aviv, sister from his father, ve'al achois ima, his half-sisters from his respective parents, ve'al achois ishtai, his aunt, ve'al eshes achiv, sister-in-law, Val Eshes Achi Aviv. Eshes Achi Aviv would be his uncle's wife. Val Anida, Val Megadef. We're going to discuss in the Gemara what exactly this of Megadef is. Not today. Val Ovid Avodas Kochavim. Val Noisin Mizara L'Melech. a machlokes exactly how you did this, but the basic pshat is that you took your child and you passed in between two fires. L'shem avodah zara. That would be zara l'maylech. Ubal oiv. Bal oiv is you did a certain kishuf with a bone of a dead man, and you were able to raise the dead from his armpit, from your armpit. Bal oiv. The Gemara is going to ask later as well, also not today, but what about yidoini? Those always seem to go together. Bal oiv and yidoini, which is another type of kishuf. V'mechal Shabbos. We know mechal Shabbos, doraisa skila. V'tamei shachal kodesh. This is Baal Mikdash Tamei. This is the famous Tumas Mikdash v'Kadashav, right? We always say Tumas Mikdash v'Kadashav. What's that? That's this. A Tamei that eats kodesh, or a Baal Mikdash Tamei. If you come to the base of Mikdash and you're Tamei. V'oichel chelev, v'dam, v'noisar, v'pigul. We know what pigul is already. V'ashoichet umal lebachutz. Those are two different ones. If you shecht bachutz, or if you bring up a korban bachutz, when the base of Mikdash is Kayam. V'oichel chametz b'Pesach. V'oichel or oisem melacha b'yom kippurim. V'amifatem es hashemen means you make the shemen for the Kohen Gadol. You're not, it's an isser to make the shemen. Rashi brings a pasuk. Uvematkuntoi loy tasu kamayu. You can't make it the way it's supposed to be made in the Mikdash. V'amifatem es hak'tayres. Same thing if you do it with the k'tayres. You make the k'tayres so that you could smell it and enjoy and get hana out of it. What?
You see these people selling the summit, and
they make it just like they do in the k'tayres.
Yeah.
No, but
They write on it,
there's
but
a
they
share.
don't.
There's a
They
share.
never do the right share.
There's a share for it. You have to do the right share.
Or if you use the Shem Mishcha to be Sach, somebody else made it, and you used it to be Sach on you. Ve'apesach ve'amila, ding ding ding. Those are the two that are mitzvah to say. Apesach ve'amila, mitzvah to say. Al elu, all these, chayavim al zdoinai kares, v'al shigagasai chatas. On all these, your chayav zadon, again, without warning, a kares, v'al shigagasai chayas. Ve'al,
Difficult to imagine how some of these things are being done b'shogeg.
how somebody does this b'shogeg?
Yeah, I mean, somebody who's some of these things here, and maybe the behemoth allow. How does that go b'shogeg?
She didn't know that he was going to be Rover. She
The
just
animal falls on the lady. I don't know.
Well, there's nothing about a behemoth. All these are done b'shogeg.
Rashi brings a case when it's aimed. Rashi brings one of the cases. Yeah, one of the cases he brings when it's Ishtoi and Achois Ishtoi. So he says they were in bed and you thought it was Ishtoi, and back then it was Achois Ishtoi.
His wife was
Twin.
Rachel Leah.
She was from Africa, and she was
No, but you thought it was.
Okay.
You thought it was your wife, and it was the.
Russia goes to great lengths. Right?
Trying to figure out each one. Val loy hoida shalahem asham taloi. If any of these you did and you're besafek, if you did or not, so you bring an asham taloi. Chutz, except for mina mitame mikdash v'kodashav. Those two specific that we said, mitame mikdash v'kodashav is either when you enter the base of mikdash tamei or you ate kachim betuma. And those two mipnei shehu be'oil v'yared. Divrei Meir. Meir says those two oil v'yared. Chachamim ayimrim afa megadef. Also, shenemar Torah achas yeh lachem la'oise bishgaga yatsa megadef sheino oise ma'isa. Since a megadef doesn't have a ma'isa, so you also wouldn't be chayav. Okay, so that's the Mishnah, pretty straightforward. See, we're already on Amud Beis. We haven't even hit the 7:30 mark. Isn't that amazing? Okay.
Yeah, maybe you should do some of these brushes.
Yeah, it's okay. After Shir, that's we'll be doing
At the end.
last 15 minutes. Nah, the idea is, I think the Gemara sets it up like this very easily. You say, come on, Krisus isn't so hard. Come look, you can knock through it in 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, Taisus didn't even feel like he needed to comment at the very bottom. Yes, a few Taisus in. Yeah, it's all just to rope you in. Don't be fooled.
Let's get the.
Says the Gemara. Says the Gemara, very nice. Okay, now the Gemara follows a very basic format. Minyan al-amali. Why do I need? We said shloishim v'sheish. Why do we start with the minyan? Minyan al-amali. Amar Rav Yochanan. Shim asan kulam behelem echad chayav al kol achas v'achas. Thank you very much. Shim asan kulam behelem achas chayav al kol achas v'achas. That means if you did all 36 of you are that guy. Yes, that guy appears automatically right away on Daf Beis. I want to figure out how to do all these Yisurim. So you did all 36 of these. Behelam echad. Forgot. You forgot all of them are Asr. You forgot. So you were having a party. Yeah. So it says Rabbi Yochanan, the Torah says every time it lists a number, is to tell you if you did all 36 of them, Behelam echad, with one forgetting, you didn't know that they were Asr. You forgot they were Asr. You didn't know they did. Chayav al kol achas v'achas. You're going to be chayav on each. You're going to be chayav on each one of them.
So there's a big difference in the shaking and
Shaking and what?
No, he suggested he was drunk.
He was drunk.
Yeah.
That's not a shogeg, right? That's no das at all. That would be an oinus, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe only partially drunk.
Okay. Says Gemara.
That's Rashi's problem when he tries to work out the shaking.
How could you actually have a shogeg when you have das?
Situations are actually not shaking. They're an oinus. I mean, but a person doesn't know.
Su hadisnan. Here's another case. Avos melachos. Arbaim chaser achas.
He doesn't know it's Leah.
The Avos melachos. So 40 minus 1. Why does the Torah say 40? Minyan alamali. Shimasan kulam behelam echad. Chayav al kol achas v'achas. To teach you the same halacha. That if you do each one of them are distinct and unique. Su. Furthermore, hadisnan. Arba'a mechusrei kapara. There are 4. Zav, Zava, Mitzaira, and Yoledes. These 4 have a stage called Mechusrei Kapara, where they did all the steps they need to do in order to get Tahar. Then they have to wait just till the next day, and they either have to bring a korban or something. Yeah? Arba'a Mechusrei Kapara. Why does it say Arba'a? Minyan alamali. La'afuki mid Rabbi Eliezer bar Yaakov. Da'amar Chamisha. That's to be mighty from Eliezer bar Yaakov. Rabbi Eliezer bar Yaakov says there are 5 Mechusrei Kapara. Have. Kedetanya Rabbi Eliezer bar Yaakov Omer Ger. Mechusar kapara, and when you're mechusar kapara, when you're missing kapara, so you cannot eat kachim. So we say there are 4 mechusar kapara. There are 4 people that they're still lacking one more step in their process in order to be able to eat kachim. And Rabbi Eliezer bar Yaakov says there's a 5th, which is a ger. As he goes through his gerus process, he has to have dam being thrown on him. He did everything else. He's missing just the dam. So now, could he eat kachim? So according to Chachamim, he may, because he's not called a mechusar kapara. According to Rabbi Eliezer bar Yaakov, no. He's still, until he gets the dam thrown on him, he's a mechusar kapara. Ahachitana arba. Therefore, we listed 4. Lafuke from Rabbi Eliezer bar Yaakov. Suhadisnan. Another one. Arba'a mevi'im ala zadain bishgaga. What are these 4? One that's Habal Shifcha Charufa, one that's Chatzi Shifcha, Chatzi not. A Nazir, that becomes Tameh. Shvuasa Edus and Shvuasa Pikadain. On all these 4, you're Chayav a Korban, regardless of whether you did B'mezid or B'shoigeg. Okay? Arba Mevim Alazadain Kishgaga. Just like on a Shoigeg, you'll bring a Korban. On a Mezid, if you did any of these 4, B'mezid, you also bring a Korban. Okay? Minyan al-amali. Why do I list 4 specifically? Lafuke mid Rab Shimon. Titani Rab Shimon Omer. Shuasa B'kadain. Loi nitan zdaina lekapara. Ahachitani arba. Rab Shimon argues on the last one. Shuasa B'kadain. He says, Shuasa B'kadain, you don't bring a Korban for. We say you do for Lafuke from him. Su, Hadisnan. Chamisha mevim korban echad alaveros harbe minyan alamali. There is a situation where you could do a lot of averos, all within the context of the same iser. Obviously, that's what we're talking about, and yet you bring only 1 korban. Okay, so we say there are 5 of them. Why do we say 5? Mishum de kabay lemisnei seifa nazir, because we wanted to list in one of those 5 a nazir, and that's going to be a machlokes. What's this machlokes? Im nitma tumas harbe. Okay, if a nazir becomes tameh many times, okay? There's a nazir tameh, a nazir tahor. What's a nazir tahor? That's a nazir that comes and says, I want to be a nazir, right? Or stam nazirs, 30 days. He says he's going to be a nazir for 30 days. So now he has to keep his nazirs for 30 days and make sure he doesn't become tameh. What happens if he becomes tameh? So he has to go through a whole cleansing process. a 7-day cleansing process. At the end of the 7 days, he has to shave his head, and then on day 8, he has to bring a korban, and then he starts the counting again to get his 30 days of Nazirus Patara that he promised, right? So he starts like this: Mishum degai b'tznei im nitma tumas harbe umishkachas la kigain. What's the case where he'll become tamei many times, but he's only going to bring one korban? How do you have such a case? So we say kigain de itmi b'shvi'i v'chazar v'nitma b'shvi'i, where he became tamei on the 7th day of his 7 days of re-getting tahor, v'chazar v'nitma b'shvi'i, and then he again became tamei on the 7th, every 7 days. Meaning, what's the case? The Gemara is saying, and the Gemara is going to speak it out. I am a Nazir, a person says, for 30 days. Somewhere along that process he became tamei. Now, once he's tamei, he has to keep 7 days of a process of Tara. Day 7, he has to shave. And punkt on that day, and the next day he has to bring a korban. Punkt on day 7, he got tamei again. Okay? Why does the Gemara pick Dafka day 7? That's what we're going to see right now. Umani Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehudi. Why? The Amar Nazirus de Tahara min Shvi'i hu de Chayli alei. Nazirus, to start counting is 30 days again. Do you start counting on day 7 after you shaved, or do you start counting on day 8 when you bring your korban? That's a machlokas. Di'i Taimar Rebbehi Kaven de Nazirus de Tahara at Shmini lo Chayli alei. Heich mishkachas la. Rebbe says you start counting the 30 day of Tara again when on day 8 when you bring your korban. So that means what? That means Idin nitma b'shvi'i, if he became tamei on the 7th day, v'chazar v'nitma b'shvi'i, and he again every 7 days when he tries to get tahor to restart his counting, he becomes tamei every 7 days according to Rebbe. Kula chada tuma arichtahi. It's all one. It's all the same tuma. Doesn't matter if you got tamei on day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is all the same days. V'idin nitma bashmini, and if he became tamei on the 8th day, on the day that he brought his korban, on the day that he could bring his korban, v'chazar v'nitma bashmini again, and he's getting tamei every 8 days. Kevan de yatsa b'shar ru'el lahavi b'korban chayva kol achas v'achas. Then he's going to have to bring many korbanos. Okay, huh? Every 8th day, when he becomes retired, he has to bring another korban for becoming tamei.
He can't bring the korban whilst he's tamei. So he became tamei after he brought the korban?
No, since he was capable of bringing the korban, he'll have to bring another korban on that one.
It was right.
So at the end?
At the end of another 8 days. No, he's going to count another 8, another korban, another 8, another korban. As opposed to, I'll give you the flip side, as opposed to what we're about to see, Rabbi Yossi says like this. Rabbi Yossi says he's the only one that has an in-between stage. Rabbi Yossi comes and says, look, comes day 7. He can't bring the korban yet, right? So we can't say he's completely tahar. On the other hand, I hold, we'll see in a second why, I hold that this is considered now tahara, okay? This is considered now tahara, that it's considered not the same tumah as day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's different now, right? And now he became tamei, okay? So now every 7 days he's becoming tamei again. Says Rabbi Yossi, you only bring one korban on all those new tumahs that he got on day 7. You only bring one korban, okay? Rebbe is also going to say you only bring one korban. But for Rebbe it's pashut, because according to Rebbe it's all the same tumah. Like if you became tamei on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 7 is no different, okay? According to Rabbi Yossi, there's a difference.
Because each new set is not a new set, it's just a replacement of the old set.
That's right, according to Rebbe. And according to Rabbi Yossi, no, this is already, now we can start a new set. Since you can start counting your 30 days now of clean Nazir, this is a new set. Yeah? According to Rabbi Yossi. Because now I can start counting 30 days of clean.
It is a difference that one views each time you become tamei as a sort of a bit of an aveira which needs a carbon. Whereas Yossi only views it as mechus kapara, and he needs a carbon at the end to get out of it.
Well, they learn it from Sukkim. It's good. Ela Shemami, no, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehudi.
It's only how you look at the korban.
Yeah, it would be how you look at that korban, correct. Well, the big nafkamina would be day 8. Okay, but okay. My Rebbe, my Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Yehuda, where do we see that? The Tanya, the Brisa says, V'kidesh es roishay b'yoyim hahu. B'yoyim harvas korbanos of divrei Rabbi. What is the V'kidesh es roishay? You're mekadesh es roishay, and you start counting now your new clean Nazirus. My 30 days of clean Nazirus. When do I do that? So that depends how you learn this pasuk. V'kidesh es roishay b'yom hahu. Either the day I bring my korban, which is day 8, that's what Rabbi says. Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yom Tiklachtai. No, the day you shave your head, which is day 7. You shave day 7, you bring korban day 8. Which day do I start counting my new 30 days? Do I do it day 7, day 8? That's
Everyone agrees that you can't bring it until the 8th.
Yeah, everybody agrees.
Korban.
That's correct. Su adisnan. Here's another case where we list a number. Chamisha mivim korban oil v'yared. Why do I list a minyan of 5? Minyan alamali. Mishum diktani seifa. Nasi kayaytze behem. Therefore, tani chamisha. What's nasi kayaytze behem? The Brisa says that a bezdin is patur whenever a yachid brings a korban oil v'yared. When again, there are specific cases. What's a korban oil v'yared, Rabbi Isai? Well, depending on how much money I have, that's the type of korban I bring if I do an isser, right? Oila v'yared. Yeah, depending on what I bring. A bezdin never has a chi of bringing korban oil v'yared. If a bezdin paskin to a tzibor, you have to do X. You have to do X, and it's really an isser. Bezdin made a mistake, so we know that bezdin has to bring a kapara for that. But a bezdin doesn't have to bring a kapara for that if the isser that they told the tzibor was an isser that involves a korban oil v'yared. A yoledes, a matzara, again. Those isurim, if bezdin said, no, you don't have to do that, and you did it, you don't have to bring a kapara. A bezdin doesn't have to bring a kapara. The Brisa comes and says, a nasi kayaytze behem. Okay? That's what the sefer of the Brisa says, nasi kayaytze behem. Also doesn't have to bring a kapara. And that's lafuke midrab lazar. Damar nasi mevi kapara. So the reason we say chamisha mevim korban oil v'yared, there are 5 that bring a korban v'yared, is because the sefer says, and bezdin doesn't bring, and a nasi doesn't bring also. A nasi also doesn't bring. Rabbi Lazar argues and says a nasi does bring. He brings a seir. So we wanted to be mighty from that, so we listed 5. Suhadisnan. Arba avos nezikin. There are 4 avos nezukin. Minyan alamali. Why do I need to list the number 4? Says the Gemara. Well, if we learn Baba Kama, lafuke med Rabbi Ishia. Damar yud gimel avos nezikin hain. Because Rabbi Ishia said there are 13. So we said no, there are 4. Lafuke from Rabbi Ishia that says 13. Ule Rabbi Ishia minyan alamali. Why does Rabbi Ishia say 13? Lafuke med Rabbi Chia. Damar chavdalit avos nezikin. Because there's somebody that says 24. And why did Reb Chia say 24? Why did he say a number? Who's he coming to be mighty from? Reb Chia minyan alamali lafuke masur umefagel. Okay? Reb Chia says, I'm listing 24, and you shouldn't think that a meiser, somebody that's meiser, somebody else, to the malchus, and makes him now lose money, or a mefagel, in such cases, that's not considered one of the avos nizikin. Okay, mefagel is a kayan that now does pigul on your korban. So he made you lose out. He made you lose out money. Okay.
According to...
You got to bring it again because the coincidence.
So the korban, actually what I learned is the kayan is chayiv to pay you. He is chayiv to pay you for doing pigul, but it's not from the edis. The arba avos nizikin we list are to be mechayev you from the best. When you do such nezek to somebody, so you have to bring from meitav, you have to bring from the best of your nechasim to pay back. Over here, since it's either hezek sheinu nikr, or it's b'machshava, not b'yadayim, however you want to see it, the pigul, so he wouldn't have to pay you back from edus, from his best, he would just have to pay you whatever is necessary to compensate your losses.
What about the meiser?
Meiser as well.
Same thing.
Same
So
thing.
what is he has to pay you a monetary compensation for a benenis or a divorce?
It could even be from the zibaris.
And then you have to upgrade that to a edis when you bring a new korban?
I would imagine. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. Amar Mar. Okay, we said in our Mishnah, Shimasan kulam behelam echad chayev al kol achas ve'achas. Okay, that's what we said. Okay, now, Bishlama, this is very interesting. If I did all of them be'elam echad, I'm going to be chayev 36 times. Bishlama patur legamre loy matzis amart. To say that if I did all 36, I'd be completely patur, meaning I wouldn't be chayev until I did all 36 of them together. That obviously we can't say. Why? Dichsiv, because the pasuk says, Kichol asher yaseh mikol atoivos ha'ela v'nichrasu. From these toyevos, from these 36 toyevos, 34 toyevos, whatever it is, yeah? From these, so you see, it's only some of them. Ella ema, but maybe we can say, avar chada nischayev chada. If you were over one of these averas, you're going to be chayev one kares. Avar kulu behelam echad, eno chayev ela achas. But maybe also, if you're over all of them behelam echad, you're only chayev one. Maybe if you're over all 36 of these behelam echad, right, like this guy, he was over all 36 isurim, bishoygeg, behelam echad, and he forgot that all of these are asur. Maybe he's only chayev one kares. Amar Rabbi Yochanan.
Opposed to if he was only over 26.
Correct. Okay. Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Amar Rabbi Yochanan lekach yatzas kares ba'achoisoi lechalek. It's something very interesting. The Torah lists all of these isurim, and on all of them says, if anyone does mikol ha'tovah seila, you're going to be chayav kares. A bunch of them. And then the Torah comes along and says, and by the way, the isur of achoisoi is bekares. Why the Torah list the isur of achoisoi separate? It's listed. It's listed in the other 30. What? Oh, very good, excellent. Torah's going to get there. Oh, looks like Krisus is your Maseches also. To teach you that just like achoisoi, if you do it alone, you're going to be chayav kares. So too, all the other ones, if you did them individually, you're going to be chayav kares in each one. Maskef Lord Bibi Bar Abaye, who says, Ema achoisoi the prat the peret kra nichayev chadala. Maybe achoisoi, the one that it lists separate individually, you'll be chayav on it alone. Vekulam, but all the others kevan de be'elam echad lo nichayev elachas. And all the others, you need to do all of them to be chayav one. Says the Gemara, I don't understand Rabbi Bibi Bar Abaye, I don't understand your kasha. Ulav Bibi Bar Abaye mi leisle hada detanya kol davar shahaya bichlal. One of the klalim of darshanim. Kol davar shahaya bichlal. V'yatza min klal, and it's yatza min klal. Like this case, v'yatza min klal lilamed loy lilamed al atzmo yatza. It's not to teach achoisa alone. Ela lilamed al klal kulo yatza. Right? Ella, what's it come to teach you? About the klal. Because I don't need to teach me about a choisai because I know it's asur from the other 36. So why did I list it? To teach me about the klal. So just like a choisai, you'll be asur, you have a chi of kares just on a choisai. So to the other 35, you'll have a chi of kares on all the others. Ketzat, for example. Ve'anefesh asher toicha basar. The pasuk is talking about eating kachim betuma. And it's talking about shlamim, eating it betuma. We know already the isur. We know already the isur of eating kachim betuma. Why did it list it specifically by shlamim? Ve'aloi shlamim bichlal kol kachim hayu lama yatzu lahakish aleim, to teach you about the klal. Ma shlamim shem kachim izbeach v'chayavim aleim av kol shem kachim izbeach v'chayavim aleim yatzu kachim bedek habayis. Right, to teach you dafka kachim izbeach not kachim habayis. So you see, when you have a singular thing coming out of a klal, it's to teach you about the klal. So you, Rabbi Bibi Bar Abaye, that asked on us, oh, maybe it's just a choisa, you'll be chayev, but individually, but other 34 or 5, you'll be chayev on all of them as a klal. What do you mean? This is yatzim in a klal, le'lamed ala klal, pasuk case. Amalei Rabbi Bibi Bar Abaye, mina. Exactly from what you're bringing me a raya, akasha, I'm going to bring you a raya that I'm correct. Lav mi amar tasam yatsu kache bedek abayis, right? Hachanami ma achoisa. You know what I would learn if I just had a choisai separate? You know the limit I would make. You know what that's coming to teach me? Ma achoisai miyuchedes shihi erva ve'ein laheter bechaye oisra. A sister is always usher so long that your wife is alive. There is never a heter for a sister so long that the wife is alive. Even if you're mizgaresh, right, with your wife, you could still never marry her sister, right? That isser always exists. So I would learn af kol shein la heter b'chaye oisra. So to all the ervas that are usher, so long that that person that's making them usher is alive. Yatzes, as opposed to Eishes Ish. Sheish laheter b'chaye bala. An Eishes Ish has a heter b'chaye bala, right? Eishes Ish who's married, right? She's usher to you because the husband's alive. If they get divorced, the husband's still alive, but you're now allowed to marry her. So I wouldn't know that an Eishes Ish, right? If you're over that at the same time, Behelam Echad, you're going to get one kares for that. I would learn Achoiser to teach you all the ervas are individually usher and you get kares, except for Eishes Ish. Maybe that one, if you did Behelam Echad with another one, you'll only be chayiv one kares. So therefore, I'm asking my question. How do you know that Achoso is Lachalik? Amar Rav Yoina v'itema Rav Huna b'rei Rav Yeshua, Amar Kra, ki kol asher yasem mikol ha'to'evois, hukshir kol ha'arayos kulon la'achoisoi, ma achoiso chayav meleh b'fnei atzma, af kol chayav meleh b'fnei atzma. Hekesh. All of them are chayav on their own.
So even if you do them all in Helam Achad, you
Chayav on each one of them individually. Very good. Ula Rav Yitzchak. Now what about Rav Yitzchak? Damar chiyuvei Krisus bichlal hayu. Chiyuv Krisus was written as a klal. All of these you will get the Isra chiyuv Krisus. V'lama yatzar kares be'achoisai. He learned it for something else. What did he learn this limud of achoisai to teach you? Lama yatzes achoisai kares be'achoisai leduna bekares v'loy b'malkos. So lechalik minalei, Rav Yitzchak holds that if you get malchus, this is going to be a machlokes we're going to see later. We learned that if a person's chayav kares and he gets malchus, that patters him from the kares. Okay, that's what we're going to learn much later. You get patters him from the kares. Rav Yitzchak holds no. Achoiser comes to teach you that malchus will never patter you from kares. You chayav kares, it's over. You chayav kares. So if that's the case, so now what do I use achoiser? How do I have achoiser lechalek? How do I use a choiser to teach me that each one of these, I'm going to be chayiv on them individually? Lechalek minale, how does he know? Nafkalei, he has another pasuk. Mi ve'el isha benidas tumasoi loy tikrav. Lechalek al kol isha ve'isha. This pasuk is adjacent to the pasuk of Arayis. And just like ve'el isha benidas tumasoi like to karev, it's also to be karev to her, and if you do, you're gonna get kares. So too, all of the arayas, each one of them individually, you're gonna be chayav kares. Okay, so he has a limud from me'el isha al kavasa. V'Rabbanan nami tepukle me'el isha benidas tumasa. How come Rabbanan don't learn also that each one of these 36 individually you're gonna be chayav kares on? Says the Gemara in Echanami, they do. So now we start reset. Daf Beis Amud Beis, all the way at the bottom. Now we have an extra limud of me'achoisai to teach you your chayav kares. And the big question is, why? Why did the Torah separate achoisai, chayav kares, as opposed to all the others? To teach me on all the others? No. From there I know from El Isha benidas tumasol lo tikrav. So if somebody comes and asks you, Rabbi Isai, Daf Beis Krisus, very simply, how do I know that if I'm over any one of these, or if I'm over all of them, Behelam Echad, I'm chayiv on each one of them? What's the answer? Not all at once. No. El Isha benidas tumasa lo tikrav. Isha benidas tumasa lo tikrav. The Isser Nida is adjacent to the Isser of Arayis. Since it's adjacent to the Isser of Arayis, that teaches me that just like Nida, you're over it individually alone, so to all these 36. If that's the case, what do I do with a chaysai? That's the Gemara's question. And Rabbi Yitzchak, this is everybody now.
So we learn how to heck.
Ela kares ba'achaysai lemay asa. Why do I need kares ba'achaysai? Mi baile lechalek al achaysai ve'al achais aviv ve'al achais imay. To teach you that if a person, this tzaddik, was over the Isra of Achaisai and Achois Aviv, his father's sister. Yeah? Ve'achois Imai. All three of them, you're going to be not the same person yet. All three of them, not yet. All three of them, you're going to be Chayav Kares individually. Ask the Gemara, why do I need a limud for that? Halamalu, lechalek, harei shemus mechulakim, harei gufa mechulakim. These are three different people and three different isurim. One is a choisa, one's a chos aviv, one's a chos imai. Three different people. Of course, you're going to be chayav on each one. That's the limud of Me'elisha. Elaema lechalek. Listen to this case. Ala choisai, shehi achos aviv, veshi achos imai. Who can be creative and come up with a case like that? A person gets three different kares when he is with Achoisai, who's also Achois Aviv and also Achois Imai.
Years of work.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to see this case? So let's see this case. We have 4 minutes. Look at the second to last Rashi. Rashi comes up with it right now. Look at this Rashi. Achoisai, shehi Achois Aviv, ve'Achois Imai. You see, those of you that stuck to the end of that page, this is what you get. Mefarish lekaman. Beperek Amrulai, Berisha'a bar Risha'a. Rasha, the son of a Rasha. Why is it the Rasha, the son of a Rasha? Here we go. Guy, one, Haba al Imai, not a guy. Haba al Imai. Okay, one that's Baal Imai. That's Isser number one. And he had 2 daughters. Okay, so now those 2 daughters are both, doesn't matter, those 2 daughters are both his daughters, and they're also his sisters from his mother. Right? He's Baal Imo, so he's half-sisters with their father. Okay? But we're not done. Okay? Shtei banos. Ubal achas mehen. And then he's with one of those daughters. And he gives birth to a boy. Okay? So now he has a son. V'hoili ben from his sister/daughter. Okay? V'hoili ben. Now the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Right? V'ba haben. V'ba haben on the other sister. On the other sister. On his aunt. Exactly, on his aunt. Exactly. It's also his sister. So now let's see what he is. V'ba ben alachos. So shehi achois aviv, right? Ve'achois imai. It's also the sister of his mother and the sister of his father, and right, she and his sister. V'ba ben alachoisai, because it's his sister from his father, and achois imai ve'achois aviv. And for that, b'shoigin. Ve'Allah itzrich kra lechalek. For that, I need the pasuk of achoisai.
I can't believe he was he was all confused.
Yeah, it's a very confusing family tree.
So you're saying
Okay.
these 3 have
Waiting on a wedding gift.
We always say the time to big of me.
Is okay. So let's wrap this up. So that's the case. How does Rav Yitzchak know this chiluk? Because he uses achoisai. Nafkalei min sefer dekra. Dichsiv ervas achoisai gila. There's a yitur in the sefer of the crop. Ervas achoisai gila v'rabanan achoisai the sefer dekra mayav dilei mibailei leachoisai. We'll just find the stopping point on Daf Yomi. Mibailei leachoisai. Shehi basaviv ubasa imay lo ma'ashein einchin min adin. Rav Yitzchak comes and says, no. This is very, very important. Rabbanan come and say, this is actually very important to write this. Because, I'll tell you why. You might come along and say, hold on a second. I don't need a special limud to tell me that I have a lav, an isser on such a case. Because if it's isser achoisai, and I have an isser achois aviv, or I have an isser achois imay, well then kol shekain, when I have all 3 of them wrapped up in one, it's going to be an isser. Right? Says the Torah, I have to write it anyway to teach you ein einchin min adin. Yeah, you're right, but we don't use kal v'chomers to create einish. Rav Yitzchak savar einchin min adin, and Rav says you are einish from adin, and therefore I need the pasuk. Ibai sema yalef einish me'azhara, or he learns einish not from a specific pasuk that teaches einish, but rather from the hazara, from each of the hazaras. Have a good day. Shabbos.
10:30, the last kiddush of the Seder.
Shabbos, we have a
Kiddush after Shachris.